Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. I mentioned earlier today that I would do, if there is enough interest, I would do another update video about Cardano, especially as we're just about to make here a new swing low. Yeah, it's basically following perfectly here the Elliott wave count. And I did mention to you before that I might change the wave count a little bit, but it's not time for that yet. The primary expectation remains what is here on the chart, that we actually, I might take that ABC out, just confuses people. So that we actually peaked in our wave 4 up here, where you also see the wave E high at 58.7 cents on the 17th of May, yeah, very late in the day. And then we moved already down in an impulsive wave 1, a 5-wave move. Impulses, motive waves, actionary waves, all waves, 5-wave moves, yeah, and the wave 1 is one of these. A wave 2 is a corrective wave, which corrects the previous impulse, but it shouldn't, or it will never overshoot it. If it overshoots it, it is not a corrective wave. So we did that, we came all the way back up here in this wave 2 to the 61.8% FIB level, well, in the region between the 61.8 and the 78.6. We turned around there, saw a strong reaction even before we saw that 78.6% FIB level, quite a bearish reaction. We then started to move down. I told you that we could now be in the wave 3. That so far has played out. However, if it is a wave 3, then we need to reach the following price level. We would need to reach at least 40.4 cents in that third wave. Yeah? So this is one scenario, but we need to move down 5 cents lower basically to complete the wave 3. If we don't, and if we see first, a reaction now to the upside, then this wasn't, well, it could be a wave 3, but I might need to change the wave count up here. Showed you already earlier today that we could, instead of being here in a wave 3, we could also just be in a wave 1. Yeah, this is also possible, and this would not be my primary expectation, but it is currently still a very, very valid scenario. Yeah, and the reason for that is that I could count it differently. I could count the triangle differently. Yeah, you can just see that if I extend here this trend line, this is also a valid triangle pattern. Yeah, and based on that, I could just say, right, that the wave E actually was here. So forget all about this with the 1, 2 there. No, that this here was actually the wave E, and that also the wave 4 peaked here, and that we're now coming down here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that we would now have completed here actually only a first wave down. This would mean that we now should retrace quite a bit, maybe all the way up to 50 cents, to that wave X low, to the 50 cent level here, or 49.3, yeah, that we would retrace to that level at least, I would say, maybe even higher. So this is what we now need to see. So that this here could have been a wave 1, that we now get into a wave 2, and we will then come down in a wave 3. And I guess the next few hours will tell us more about this, because if we just go further down now, then it's very likely that what I have on the chart here now is the primary expectation, because this should drop before we see a wave 4 retracement. It should drop to 40 cents first. And in both scenarios, we would end very, very similarly down here. Maybe in the second scenario, where the wave 4 ended later, we would get in this target area here a little bit lower. We need to distinguish here between the large area here in yellow. This is the area that I've been talking about for months now, between 55 or between 54 and 29 cents. This was the overall higher level wave count target area. We came into it. That smaller here in orange highlighted target area is actually now the target area where more specifically I see those waves end here on the 1 hour chart. This is the more detailed wave count, and that could allow actually those to drop a little bit lower, yeah. And this yellow one is also just located between the 88.7% fib level and the 78.6% fib level. Just don't want to move it lower because it shows us where the 88.7% fib level is, which is here at 29 cents, and that could also be a support level within this orange target area. So 3 possibilities really where I think that wave will end. First possibility will be here at 35 cents. Second possibility at 29. Third possibility at 22. So this is where at one of these levels I would see the low in. In the end, where exactly that will be is impossible to say now. It's absolutely impossible. We are getting here to the limits of what a technical analysis can do. You know, a TA, also the Elliott waves. I think the Elliott waves can really forecast price moves better than any other method. I would just be as bold to say that. But of course, it's not perfect. Of course, it doesn't work 100% of the time, and nobody says it does. But it is designed to give you an edge in the market, to give you an understanding of the price moves in financial markets, here in the crypto market especially. And I think at the moment Cardano is adhering very well to it. What I also need to say, there is no guarantee we get into this area. It is very high likelihood based on the Elliott wave count here, but it doesn't need to, because by hitting this area between the 88.7% fib level and the 78.6% fib level, between 29 and 54 cents, it did what it needed to do in the overall correction. Therefore, I'm very happy, you know, it's done it. Chart looks okay. Where would now be the target for the next large? And let's say we get back into a bull run, where would the target be? And let's take a look, just a rough overview here. Let's say we get actually down to 20, maybe 25 cents, or let's just go 30 cents, right? Then the target for the next wave to the upside, the wave 3, that would be, it's a large wave. It won't happen overnight. You know, it would probably take months to play out, but let's say the new all-time high, that would be the $4.40 level, at least the 1.618 fib extension, but probably higher. Yeah. And what I also need to tell you, a few questions now about the Vasil hard fork. I've made a video many weeks ago about the Vasil hard fork and said, while it has worked out in the last few times that we have seen a strong bull run ahead of the Vasil hard fork, it doesn't need to happen again. Yeah, it only works, these events, in a market where you have bullish sentiment. At the moment, we don't have that. It can act as an accelerator to allow Cardano to get back into this bull run, absolutely. And that is what we now need to observe very closely. But I'm a technical analyst. I don't really look at the fundamentals. It's not a good idea to combine fundamental analysis and technical analysis, because the fundamentals don't give you any price targets. You can keep it in mind, and you will know that there might be a catalyst coming, but I can't give you a price target because of the Vasil hard fork. I can only give you a price target based on the Elliott wave count. But it is also equally very difficult to forecast the time. How long does something take? I can't tell you when we will reach this target area. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be I think it will be maybe 4 to 5 weeks. Yeah, I've been saying that now for a while, 5 to 6 weeks. Now I think we're down to 4 to 5 weeks. We're getting closer, of course. I'm personally very happy that we see progress in the chart, because sideways movement like that means no progress in the chart. We want to see progress in the chart. We want that chart picture to move on. We want it to complete its correction, and I think everybody could do with a boost to the upside if it then is a sustainable move and not just a fake out. So that is currently my view about Cardano. Primary expectation would be now actually that we break this 45-cent level, move down to 40 cents, finish that wave 3 off, then retrace in a wave 4 to the upside, maybe here to that 49-cent level, and then do the final wave down in a 5th wave. That's the primary expectation. In the alternative scenario would be that we might have already completed here an impulse down. That would, however, in the alternative scenario be a wave 1. We would now expect a larger retracement to the upside to, at the minimum, 49.3 cents, probably higher, maybe all the way here up to 50 cents, 51 cents, and then come down. So these are two scenarios, both, however, pointing to the downside at the moment. Yeah, and which wave the correct one is will probably the next few hours show us. I think if we really move here below the 45-cent level, then the primary scenario will kick in and is confirmed. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe look at the trading course that I'm currently offering on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.